On with Jay Brooks and the Morning Rush on 98.7 Kiss Country.
7:35, and well, we don't see the sun just quite yet, but they're talking about that forecast. We're gonna have some sunshine, and we should enjoy it because mid to upper 40s today. But it looks like, well, I don't know, Pete. When's the latest you the earliest you take off the plows off these trucks out there, the DOT?
Oh, it won't be for a while yet. We've got plenty of March left to go, so yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll be on for several weeks yet.
Oh, they will.
Oh yeah, no, we're not giving up on the snow yet. It would be nice to, but I don't think that'd be a wise move yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a wait and see forecast, Pete, as I always talk about. And today we're going to say says partly sunny.
Sure.
And then, it was going to be some more sunshine throughout the week this week, but now they're talking by tomorrow night, they're talking a slim chance. So snow is returning back into the forecast all the way to the weekend.
Correct. Yeah, that's the thing with March. You've got to be ready, like you said. Watch the forecast, and the big thing is don't let your guard down. Don't start getting those winter survival kits and throwing them back in the garage yet or anything like that, because March still has plenty. Well, it just started, so we've got plenty of time left to get some snow, and we all know we've had some pretty big storms in March, so I wouldn't let your guard down yet.
I know. I was just joking with the wife the other day. I said, "Look, we got the snow blower ready to go. The snow's all gone. I'm going to be mowing the yard next week." That was this weekend.
If you mow the yard next week, I want pictures.
Well, if there's money involved, then yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But otherwise, no. The yard's a little bit wet.
Yeah, a little wet, a little dry, or a little brown, I should say. And yeah, you may leave a bunch of tracks.
Yeah. Is this kind of a spot in the year where you guys are kind of like on hold and going, okay, well, we just sit around and kind of wait for the forecast, or what?
There's plenty of maintenance stuff to be doing, whether it's, working on the trucks, working in the shops. If the weather gets really good, there's stuff that can go out, and there's always signs that need to be repaired or things that need to be done out in the right of way. So there's they they're not sitting around watching TV or anything. I can guarantee you that.
I wasn't getting that.
Sure.
Yeah, kick back, feet up on the desk.
Right. No.
Well, it looks like we might get a little snow. 20% chance. We're good, boys.
Yep. And like I said, when that snow comes, we had what was it, a couple weeks ago when we had the snow like every second or third day, and so it's good to have a little bit of an opportunity to make sure everything's where it needs to be, in the shop. And like I said, if there's any routine maintenance that needs to be done on the trucks or the front end loaders or whatever, it's good to have this opportunity and be ready when we do get that snow.
Now, every year, do you guys plan on like the same amount of sand? Do you just kind of go off the Farmer's Almanac? What do you go off of?
No, we go off trends. We go off what we've used in the past, and we average it out with that, and we go with that, and it's been good. Again, this year we've been, as we've talked about, we've had some cold temperatures this year, but precipitation wise, we have been pretty lucky. So we're in all kinds of good shape with our materials, whether it be salt or sand or our brine. So we're sitting pretty good right now.
How long does that brine last to apply onto the roads? Is it just good for a year, or is it good for next year if you have leftovers?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how long it lasts. We've got some holding tanks where we can mix it up where we have plenty to go. And yeah, it lasts. It lasts for several months for sure. So we obviously aren't going to fill the tanks in the middle of April, but
Right.
we're going to make sure we have enough on hand if we do need it.
I've always been kind of curious about how do you figure that out? Is it kind of a guessing game? Or is it go, well, let's go over 100 barrels this year?
Yeah,
Maybe
no,
not so much how many you
yeah,
order, but
yeah. Well, salt comes in tons, not in barrels, but and yeah, 'cause we actually make our own brine. We have a brine maker where we use the regular rock salt that we get in our
oh,
shipments that we store in our hoop buildings out here, and then we use that to make our own brine. So, like I said, we make what we need and always make sure we have enough on hand.
does any of that go up too, like with inflation? Do you see an increase in price?
Oh yeah, it definitely is subject to market availability. If there is trouble with maybe, shipments, as far as, lack of truck drivers,
Right.
if there's a high demand. And that's one of the reasons that we buy all our salt in the spring. We do everything we can to have our salt sheds full by April 1st.
Oh,
So we're buying, at the lowest possible price because
sure.
obviously the demand is going to be happening in December, January, February. So we buy in the spring. We have places to store it so we can get it at the lowest price possible.
Wow. Well, good thinking, Pete.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I could take much credit for that. I'm just, I mean, if you want to, I will, but no,
Yeah,
that's
you're just the guy I'm talking to.
exactly. Exactly.
Little pat on the back there, good old buddy.
I'll take it.
Other than that, what else should we remind people of here in the?
The big thing, there's going to be a lot of people traveling in the next few weeks with spring break. We've got the tournaments going on, the state basketball. Just like I would say, keep your guard up because the forecast can change so often in March, and just be ready. And it's not going to be long, and you're going to start seeing road construction, especially if you're going into the southern part of the state where they're always much warmer than us and things start a little bit earlier. So monitor the 511 app, make sure you know what you're getting into because like I said, it won't be long and you're going to see construction going on.
Pete puts his DOT hat on, then we flip it around backwards and talk a little bit of sports. Vikings, you've been following along much of that's going on?
A little bit. It's kind of exciting to see some new blood in there. It was time. It's going to be interesting. It's good the next few weeks, especially with some of the contracts those players have and the salary cap stuff. We'll see what happens. We'll see if there's some big cuts and some big changes. I think there's going to be. I think there has to be, but it'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah. So we have the Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator, now our head coach, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also another member of the coaching team that won the Super Bowl is an offensive coordinator.
Correct.
So just a couple of those. But then the big question is Cousins gone or is he staying?
Yeah, I don't know.
In your professional opinion, Pete?
In my professional opinion, he's going to be there next year. He will be there again. I think he will. I know he's saying right now that he doesn't really want to restructure, but he has also said that he wants to end his career with the Vikings, and both those things don't go together. Right. He's going to have to do one or the other. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It'll be interesting.
Any other big thoughts or big moves on the Vikings? Packer fans hate this conversation, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Right? It's all about
the one I'm concerned about, which I would hate to see happen, is that I've just heard a little bit of rumblings is Adam Thielen. His contract's pretty good size, and they're wondering what could happen there too. And again, this is all speculation, but we'll see what happens with him in the mix.
So you think he goes or is he staying?
I think he'll stay too, but it's something that's out there. It's something that's out there, and we're going to have to hope that they get it worked out.
There you go. You heard it right there from the horse's mouth. We'll see if it all comes true or not.
Yeah, Pete, I don't know how much hay I'd bet on this horse's mouth, but
Pete Helmstead, our sports extraordinaire.
Hey, we got to talk basketball too, man. There's some good basketball going on in the state right now.
Well, yeah,
Iowa and the Iowa State men are playing better now after their little swoon there, and the women's basketball teams at Iowa and Iowa State are amazing. Even though Baylor kind of flexed their muscles at Iowa State last night, but Baylor's an elite team. So,
yeah, the Hawkeyes guys though did well last night.
Yeah, they did. That was a fun way for the seniors to end their career in Carver Hawkeye.
Exactly. Well, Pete, as always, it's always great to get the road report and also get your sports expertise.
Yeah, well, I'll give you the road report. We'll see what the sports expertise. Hopefully nobody goes back on these recordings and checks like in a few months.
Oh, I will when the Vikings thing comes down.
Yeah.
Was he right or was he wrong?
That's when you hit delete.
Yeah. Pete, thank you very much. Have yourself a wonderful week. All right.
All right. You too, Jay. Thanks.
That's the good stuff.
Well, there's a few good